All right, what is going on, people? You know that sound is the Unfiltered Band. It means another episode of Unfiltered coming your way right here and now. It is episode number 47. Calling this one Hot Takes and Hotter Dogs. Hot Takes, Hotter Dogs. You can get hot to trot. Get on the Unfiltered Revolution right now. Jump on board. Thank you, Unfiltered Band. Get on Twitter at Casey Stern. Get in. Get on it right now. Want to have you be a part of this presence. Again, the merch is on its way. Working on that. Keep you posted. Remember this, the Unfiltered Revolution, this idea, this isn't just about sports people. This is about just being authentic. This is about being real. This is about people who are faking your life, making you sick to your stomach to the point where you say, I ain't going to be that way the rest of my life. I said that. You saying that? Let's do it together. Unfiltered Revolution. If you have not jumped on the bandwagon on the YouTube channel, you can get into my Twitter bio and do that. If you're listening on the podcast way, you can watch all of the shows, and you can do both. I mean, you know, dogs and cats living together, a mass hysteria. No cats here because I don't like cats, but we're talking dogs. First, let's talk hot takes. I'm getting into it in a number of different spots today, this Kevin Durant situation. I want to follow up with this, okay? People gone crazy, all right? It's a world that's got to be crazy for us to accept that Kevin Durant, for example, is just going to determine where he's going to play, who he's going to get traded for, and how all that stuff's going to work. It's our fault, people. We got to look in the mirror. We've accepted that, and that's just the way it is right now in the NBA, okay? But people gone insane. I don't know if you saw this, but I didn't see this live, but I saw a clip. I guess it was from this morning. Jay Williams, look, great guard at Duke. Right? Seems like a smart guy. I thought only smart people went to Duke. But you've heard me say before, smart people do dumb things. Great people do bad things. Bad people could do good things. Wrong people could do right things. How does it feel so wrong when it's so right? Why is it so open when I'm so closed? You get where I'm going, okay? Why am I driving on a parkway, parking in a driveway? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me either. Neither do what Jay Williams said. If you haven't seen this, welcome to the hot takes of like the embracing debate. This to me is just embracing stupidity. Sorry. There's more pressure, he said, on the Nets and KD and this team this year than any team ever in any sport. Are you out of your damn mind? You see this piece of paper behind me if you're watching. You know where I'm going, even if you're listening. If you're really part of this revolution, you know where I'm pointing. Cowboy fans are the worst. But you know what real life is? Every single game the Cowboys have ever played in the existence of the franchise, especially the last 40 years, every single day, they've had more pressure than any single day the Brooklyn Nets will have this whole season. Fact. Every single game the Montreal Canadiens have played in every season they've ever played over the last 40 years, they will have more pressure than the Brooklyn Nets will have this season on any given day. Fact. Every single game, in every single season the Toronto Maple Leafs have played over the last 40 years, they will have more pressure on them than any day in which the Brooklyn Nets have on that team in this group in this season. Fact. Every single day, in every single game, in every single season, the New York Yankees have played over the last 40 damn years. And I can go way back. I'm capping it 40 years for you, Jay Will. They've had more pressure, including today. And tomorrow, and wherever they go to play the next day, and the day after that. And I could do the same thing in the NBA with every Celtics team, every Lakers team, and we could pick some others. You could probably give 8-9 franchises where you just start there, and there's more pressure than any game the Nets will ever play in the history of the franchise. Forget about just this season. Are you kidding? What are you, crazy? That is just dumb. It makes no sense whatsoever. Look, I'm an exaggerator, okay? I get it. I'm the guy who used to order from order pizza, right, online, and before you had DoorDash, you'd be like, and sometimes it felt like this. It wasn't really lying. You feel like you're waiting for 45 minutes, even though it's been 20, or an hour and a half, even though it's been 40. It's why this damn thing taking forever? I ordered this pizza so long ago. I'm going to call. You never have that, right? Back in the old days? And you call the pizza place and you say, hi. Yeah, this is Mr. Stern over at here was one of my old addresses. And I just wonder, is the pizza on its way? Yeah, our driver is about to leave. We've just been really backed up because I've been waiting for this thing for an hour and 20 minutes. I got kids, even when you don't have kids, right? Like I'm waiting. I'm hungry. We're past dinner. Like now we're at like a different meal. Nowadays, you can't do that because, you call up and you're like, hey, I ordered this pizza an hour and 20 minutes ago. And they're like, sir, I feel so bad that you're hungry. I'm sorry about that. But if you look, the exact time in which you ordered was 7:47. We showed you that it was placed at 7:49, that the restaurant began to make it at 7:52. They coughed at 7:53, took a piss at 7:55, began to have the percolating pizza at 8:10, and it's only been now 34 minutes. What is wrong with you? Right? You can't do that anymore. I'm an exaggerator, so I get it. And sometimes in the hot take world, you get an accidental hot take. I've had that happen plenty. Like the prospects thing, right? I mean, you can look at it that way. To me, like a hot take is some dumb thing you say to get attention. That's a hot take. Like a strong opinion can be wrong and it could be dumb, but I don't put it in the hot take category. Hot take is like, let's see when we're in a pre-production meeting and it's planned, what kind of dumb crap we can come up with that we could put on our air that get a lot of hits and a lot of attention. All of us can make a lot of money. And maybe I'm the dumb one who doesn't want to have my career be that way or to be that way. Maybe I'm the asinine person. Because really, I should have just followed suit. Like on my soapbox with my standing on ceremonies and principle, where's it getting me? Nowhere. But honestly, it's just garbage. A hot take is like honestly like it's like a hot foot. It's like a hot foot. It's like a hot bag of shit. It is a hot mess. More pressure than any. Now, you want to say it's more pressure than KD's ever been under? I don't even know if it's that. When he went to the Warriors and decided to leave a team that was winning to go to a team that had won, if they hadn't won, that's real pressure. The Warriors team that had won 70-some-odd games not winning in the championship, that's pressure. LeBron going to another city, welcoming two guys, and fixing it the way he did in Miami. If they don't win, that's pressure. I mean, are you out of your damn mind? It may not even be the most pressure on any given day that someone is feeling in the city of Brooklyn that day. There's somebody in the building feeling more pressure than any member of the Nets on a given night. Are you kidding me? Like, do you have no concept of anything? Are you serious? Hot takes drive me hot nuts. Like Ben Gay hot nuts. Like I put it in the wrong spot hot nuts. Like I can't believe I ate chicken wings, didn't wash my hands, and set my own eyes on fire. You ever do that? It's the worst. That's a hot take to me. It's a goddamn hot mess. What a stupid thing to say. I mean, it's just, it's like, now, I delve in and I give them what they want, right, by reacting to it, and I get that, but I had to, I mean, this is just like, are you kidding? Like, pick something else. Pick something that at least, like, okay, I'll give you a hot take, and I mean this one, but at least a take. The Mets are going to win the NL East. I know the lead's down to 2. It's going to be down to 1.5 because the Braves will win this afternoon by the time I even post this. It's going to be down to 1.5. It may get down to a half. I believe in this Mets team. I believe in the people on this team. I think it's a better team than the Braves. I think it's a different team than every Met team that we've seen since 1988. The New York Mets are going to win the National League East. Book it. Now, I believe that. But, yeah, it's a hot take. Like the way, if you want to see the positive side of a hot take, it's a strong opinion, right? I believe that. That's a hot take. Kevin Durant is going to ask to get traded before the trade deadline. He won't even make it to the deadline this season. Facts. This thing will be a mess. Facts. Kyrie is a jackass. Facts. That's right. Yes. But I feel them. At least they're opinions I believe in. And it's something that, like, okay, like here, I could back it up. You trust Kyrie? I don't. I don't even see the same earth the same way we do. Oh, they're going to play Ben Simmons at center. That's great. I don't care what they're going to do. It's not going to make anything better when you get in a huddle and the own coach knows this guy tried to throw me under after he brought me in here just to save himself because he's so damn insecure. It's going to be a mess. You want to say it's a mess? It's a mess. It's more pressure than any team in any sport ever. Are you nuts? Like, would you just come out of a cryogenic chamber? Are you Brendan Fraser in whatever the heck that movie was? Like, what are you, nuts? What are you, Captain America? You've been underneath for 75 years. Welcome back. It's so stupid. Man, is that dumb. We don't get caught there saying things were dumb. I usually do it in a moment. But, like, this is like a thought-out thing, like, to do that. Like, are you crazy? And then there's people in that room who hear it. Oh, that's a great... Yo, Jay, you got to do that. It's a great take. Do you know how good the show will be today? Do you know how great the show is going to be today? This is going to be such a great show. People are going to watch and jump and cry and fly and listen to this show because we're going to say some stupid shit. It's going to be great. What a joke. Kevin Durant is a hot mess with Hall of Fame talent and unicorn ability, with Kyrie, who, like, I mean, the craziest part is Katie needs a life coach and is insecure. Kyrie is, like, overly secure, and somebody needs to knock him on his own door and say, hello, McFly. Are you kidding? Why don't you try and win something? You're so damn good. Luckiest thing that ever could have happened to you is if LeBron had gotten them to trade for you again so that you could then have no pressure whatsoever and do whatever the heck he does with the team and hope to hit a shot. But people wake up. This is the kind of shit that in our industry is just a cesspool. Are you kidding me? More pressure than any team's ever had in any sport. Are you nuts? Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Bucks, had more pressure to win last year than anyone in the Nets this season. I mean, you got to be kidding me how dumb that is to say. Drives me nuts. This industry has gone to hell. Seriously. We're so concerned about tweeting 900 things to each other about, oh, thank you at this for the first line of this at story. I had at this line, and you had at that line, and I had at... Tell me 7 tweets in, no one said a damn thing, and we're all thanking each other and doing some kumbaya and big group hug. Nobody gives a shit. Just give me some information. Let me learn something. Are you kidding me? Now, I mean, come on, man. I'm going to do another Locked On Warriors piece with my boy Cyrus today. So that'll be up online. You'll be able to check that out, and I'll go deep into KD. So I'm going to leave that here. And you can check that out. And I always post those episodes on my YouTube under the playlist Unfiltered episodes. So if you guys haven't been following or realize that I do that, if they're not generally unfiltered, there's a lot of other shows I've been doing and co-hosting and doing spots on. You can check those out. Just go to my YouTube. Another reason to subscribe to the channel. Go to the playlist Unfiltered episodes, and you'll see more than even the 47 that you have now. I want to have fun at the end of this short one, this little ditty about Jack and Diane. From going from hot takes to hotter dogs. I have seen some dumb things in my day. I am not a fan of pineapple on pizza, as is often referenced, and now people joke about, on Twitter, like, I mean, it's like you do a shot every time I make a reference to this, right? I know everyone's seen the video by now of this dude that was sucking, beer in a straw of a hot dog. I have a few things I want to say about this. Number one, is anybody surprised that this gentleman was alone and leaning over to the right? If you go back to the video, he's at the end of the row, and he's leaning over. Are you surprised he was not with said person, friend, parent, loved one, date? I put date last because that was clearly not happening. It's like fan graphs for like the Pirates. 0.0, date that guy. I would like to know who his parents are. I don't know if they have Believe or podcasts or Apple or Spotify and iTunes or YouTunes or YouTube or MyTube or any kind of... I really don't know. if they do, I'd like to meet them. Where did he see this take place? Where were the people that he watched this happen? Where were the people that he said, you know what would be a great idea? What that person did. Let's take a hot dog, which can be great on a bun with some mustard and relish, and go rock it. I mean, plus, you're in New York. I mean, it must have been good, but you're in New York. I mean, no offense. I'd be like, we know how to do dogs. I don't know if it's a Con's Beef Frank or what you're eating, a Hebrew National or a Nathan's. Or you got something. By the way, those Nathan's fries are fierce. But, I mean, you get a good hot dog, you get a hot dog bun, you get the whole thing toasted, you get the mustard on there and the relish, you get a knish, and you're off to rock and roll. All by yourself, who cares? Make a mess out of yourself. Doesn't matter. Your face eats half of it, your mouth gets the other half, you're alone anyway, who cares? You got a nice cold beer, it's a hot night, it's humid in New York, you're rocking out. Boom. You got a plaid Yankee hat on for some reason, like what? Like, he got the only hat that, like, combined, like, those old Skids pants are, like, one size with a Yankee symbol. Like, really? This is what we're doing? I thought the guy was going to go put a skirt on, play field hockey. Like, I mean, what is that? Or being, like, playing bagpipes. I mean, are you serious with that hat? First of all, speaking of not getting a date. But I got my beer. It's cold. It's good. I got my hot dog. It's hot. That's why it's called a hot dog. You dunk donuts. You dunk cookies in milk. You dunk, somebody maybe that you're hazing into like a toilet bowl and do a swirly. You dunk a lot of things. A basketball. I said that last, which is like the obvious one because my height, clearly that was not even in my head. A hot dog into a beer and turn it into a straw. Where in the world did this guy do that? It reminded me of, you ever see a great movie? The movie Nothing But Trouble? Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Where he said, banker. And Dan Aykroyd is brilliant in this movie. And he plays, this guy in like Transylvania, like in this crazy, court, like where, by the way, if Digital Underground's doing like the Humpty dance in there. I mean, tie the knot. I mean, it's a fantastic movie. But you're in that, realm. You go to that movie and there's like the train of like the hot dogs going around and he's like eating a hot dog and it looks like something else. I'm not going to say. It's a family show. And it's like, how is this happening? Like, that is literally how I was thinking. Like, can you imagine? Who did he see do this? I don't care who you are. Nobody says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dump a hot dog into my beer. Oh, yes. And then I'm going to bite the end that was in the beer and see if the hot, cold dog beer thing works. Okay. There's nobody who's going to do that. And then say, but now I'm going to turn the hot dog into the straw. Get it nice and soggy in there. Nope. There's no one who's going to say, then I'm going to do it in public. Where are your parents? Remember those commercials? I know in New York they used to have them. I don't know if they were everywhere else, but any New Yorker watching is going to remember these. And I feel like, were they on every channel? Was it Fox 5 at the time? It was always the following during the news. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And it was like kind of like a really scary, intense commercial, like, to remind parents, like, hey, do you know where your kids are? Like, really, like, make sure that you got a hold on them. Like, it was some kind of it was like a, more NBC thing. Anybody in New York's going to remember this. You can at me at Casey Stern, right? Like, that, I want to know where that guy's parents were. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where his parents are? Join the Unfiltered Revolution. Again, I'll be doing the spot in Lockdown Warriors. Check that out today. I'll post it on my YouTube as well. You can catch it on Twitter. Got a thing with Rudy Gay that I'm doing as well for his pod. That's coming out later today. Enjoy everything. Stay on the Unfiltered Revolution. 47's in the can, people.